Jenna Ortega premieres Death of a Unicorn at South by Southwest. Teases Lady Gaga's role in Wednesday, Season 2. Jenna Ortega had a big weekend at South by Southwest, as she premiered her highly anticipated new film, Death of a Unicorn, on Saturday night. The 21-year-old actress, who has quickly become one of Hollywood's most sought-after young stars, not only celebrated the launch of her latest project but also dropped some exciting hints about the upcoming second season of Wednesday, including the much-anticipated addition of Lady Gaga to the cast. Ortega, known for her captivating performance as the dark and mysterious Wednesday Addams in Netflix's hit series Wednesday, has been juggling a busy schedule between filming projects and attending major events. Her latest film, Death of a Unicorn, produced by A24, sees her star alongside Paul Rudd in a quirky and dark comedy that has already been generating considerable buzz among critics and audiences alike. Lady Gaga joins the cast of Wednesday Season 2. While Ortega was primarily at South by Southwest to promote Death of a Unicorn, she couldn't resist sharing some tantalizing details about Wednesday Season 2, especially the exciting casting news about Lady Gaga joining the ensemble. "It's Gaga," Ortega said with an excited grin during a post-screening Q&A session. "Just her presence alone, her face alone. She's not only incredibly beautiful but incredibly talented. I feel like she could stand in the corner and play a tree and she'd add something to a scene. That's the kind of presence she has." Ortega admitted that details about Gaga's role are being kept tightly under wraps, but her enthusiasm was palpable. "I can't say much about her character, but it's going to be amazing," Ortega teased. "When you have someone like Gaga stepping into a show like Wednesday, you know it's going to be special." Netflix confirmed that Wednesday Season 2 is currently in production and is set to debut later this year, though no specific release date has been announced. The first season of the series became an instant hit upon its release in November 2022, becoming one of the most-watched shows on Netflix and sparking a cultural phenomenon, including a viral TikTok dance challenge to Lady Gaga's song Bloody Mary, which Ortega herself choreographed. The connection between Ortega and Gaga seems almost poetic considering how Wednesday and Gaga's music have intertwined in pop culture. Ortega reflected on the surreal nature of collaborating with the music icon. "I've been a fan of hers for such a long time," Ortega said. "I remember growing up listening to Poker Face and Bad Romance, and just being so obsessed with her style and her boldness. She's fearless, and I think that's why she's going to be such a perfect fit for Wednesday. The show already has this dark, gothic tone, and Gaga's whole persona just feels like it belongs in that world." Gaga's new album Mayhem, and Ortega's excitement. Interestingly, Gaga's involvement in Wednesday comes at a pivotal moment in her music career. The pop icon recently released her highly anticipated album Mayhem, which has already topped charts worldwide. Ortega admitted that she hasn't had a chance to listen to the full album yet, but that's about to change. "I'm so unbelievably excited," Ortega said. "I've been working non-stop, but I think maybe I'll listen to it on the flight out of here. I've heard snippets and it sounds insane. I can't wait to really dive into it." Gaga's participation in Wednesday Season 2 adds yet another layer of star power to a show that already boasts a strong ensemble cast, including Catherine Zeta-Jones, Luis Guzman, Gwendolyn Christie, and Christina Ricci. Death of a Unicorn, a dark comedy with a fantastical twist. In addition to the Wednesday revelations, Ortega's new film Death of a Unicorn also had audiences buzzing at South by Southwest. Directed by Alex Sharfman, the film follows a father and daughter, played by Rudd and Ortega, who accidentally hit a unicorn with their car and are then drawn into a sinister plot at a remote wilderness retreat run by a wealthy pharmaceutical executive. Will Poulter, Tia Leone, and Richard E. Grant round out the ensemble cast, contributing to the film's blend of dark humor and magical realism. "It's such a strange but beautiful story," Ortega said. "There's something really twisted but also heartwarming about it. I think that's why I was so drawn to the script." Ortega also had high praise for working with Rudd, who she described as the nicest person ever. "He's so funny and he's got such a dry sense of humor that made working on this film so much fun," Ortega said. "We have a lot of emotional scenes together and he just knows how to balance that with humor and heart." Rudd in turn had nothing but praise for his young co-star. "Jenna is just so talented and she's also the coolest person," Rudd said during the Q&A session. "She's so young and yet, I can't stand it when people say, 'Oh, it's an old soul.' I'm like, come on, really? Do you believe in angels too?" Yet that being said, "Yeah, she's an old soul," he added with a laugh. Rudd also spoke highly of Sharfman's writing and direction. Alex has a skill for writing vivid characters that are all messed up in their own way, a very funny way, Rudd said. They're all verbal and bright and morally questionable, and I was tickled throughout. Sharfman's previous work includes several critically acclaimed indie films, and Death of a Unicorn marks his largest project to date. The film's offbeat premise and mix of dark humor and fantasy have already drawn comparisons to cult classics like Donnie Darko and Being John Malkovich. There's unicorns in the title. If you don't want to watch it, it's kind of lame, Ortega joked. Just do it. What else do you have going on? The road ahead for Jenna Ortega. Ortega's career has been on a meteoric rise over the past few years. After breaking out in the Disney Channel series Stuck in the Middle, she quickly transitioned to more mature roles in films like the Fallout and the Scream franchise, where her performances earned widespread praise. Wednesday has cemented her status as one of Hollywood's leading young actresses, and her ability to blend dark humor with emotional depth has made her a fan favorite. In addition to Wednesday Season 2 and Death of a Unicorn, Ortega is also set to star in the upcoming film Finished, alongside Tommy Lee Jones and Ben Foster. The crime drama, directed by Brian Helgeland, explores the lives of two estranged brothers who are drawn into the world of organized crime. I'm excited for people to see what's coming next, Ortega said. I've been lucky to work with some incredible directors and actors, and I just want to keep challenging myself. For now, all eyes are on Death of a Unicorn, which is set to hit theaters on March 28th. Meanwhile, Wednesday Season 2 remains one of the most anticipated shows of the year, and with Lady Gaga joining the fold, it's clear that the next chapter in Wednesday Addams' story will be bigger, bolder, and more twisted than ever.